If you know me, you know that I'm a whore for jealous and possessive boyfriend dynamic in BLs. Why? Because it creates drama that I live for and leads to passionate confrontations like a confession that was long overdue or an act of possessiveness that makes me swoon and cover my face with a pillow because I cannot stop blushing. I love watching insane jealousy in fiction because it fulfills a fantasy of being desired to the point of madness, even though I know I won't enjoy it or entertain it in real life. So, if you are like me, then you need to know about these 10 jealous boyfriends in recent BLs. Fourmod is the latest loser boyfriend to join this list. Tell me if I'm the only one, but Fourmod reminds me so much of Thame from Idol Sunset About You. I mean, the only thing Jian did was take his picture and offer to send it to him with airdrop and follow him on social media, but this guy was so high on his Delulu trip that he interviewed Jian's friend Bua about him, got his nails done like Jian, switched to iPhone so that Jian can airdrop him, was making a collage of his and Jian's photo, named himself Gel Boy on airdrop. This guy is Thame multiplied by 100. I feel bad for his friend Babin who seems to like him because Fourmod is just using the poor clueless guy to make Jian jealous. I actually cannot wait for this love triangle to unfold, and I swear I didn't make this video just to talk about gel boys. Thame has been jealous over Po for ages. Even before he realized that he likes Po, he has been mad possessive over him, not able to understand why he always had that uneasy feeling whenever Jun got close to Po. Thame hated it when Jun touched Po or spent time with him when he himself couldn't because of his busy schedule. I mean, it's not Thame's fault that Po has such needy, desirable eyes. I mean, that yearning look in his eyes, that intense gaze that makes every person go mad with raw hunger. It's not Thame's fault that his man is so beautiful with low self-confidence that every guy wants to protect him and be close to him. I would be jealous too. I will go mad with insecurity. Johan is the embodiment of unhinged jealousy. This man is so jealous and possessive over his baby North that he literally bought all the places that North works at just so that he can protect him from crazy men. Johan cannot stand anyone who even looks at North's direction, and the fact that he never confronts them physically but let his people do it for him is just so freaking hot to me. Only Johan can order him around, and he can't stand anybody else making him do any work or scolding him for skipping work. North also knows how possessive he is, but he never goes against Johan or questions him because his possessiveness secretly makes him happy too. I mean, can we really blame Klao for being so freaking insecure about Varich? No, because first of all, Varich is really hot and cute all at the same time, and secondly, because he can't seem to let go of that Nong who is insufferably in love with him. There should be a limit to how much sympathy you can show towards a guy who is clearly not over you. But the fact that you let him kiss you and get all possessive over you while making your boyfriend look like an unreasonable fool is crazy. Really crazy. Klao is literally the most rational jealous boyfriend in this list, and I don't blame him one bit. Also, the fact that he can look so extremely hot when he's brooding and jealous is the cherry on the cake for me. Shaopeng seriously surprised me with how jealous and possessive he was for Zhixiang. I thought this man is just very innocent, just dedicated to building a career for himself and is devoted to taking care of Zhixiang because he cares for him and is also good at his job. But no, the F not. He became so obsessed with Zhixiang after he got to know that Zhixiang had feelings for him. He could not stand Zhixiang being close to his cousin. He hated it when Zhixiang bowed down to clean his cousin's shoe and just dragged him away. What transpired later and what happened in the shower we already know. I'm blushing just talking about it. Shaopeng surprised me in a lot of ways, and I like how his character turned from baby to daddy as soon as he got into a relationship with Zhixiang. Qin Xiao's jealousy for Jilu was just so wrong, and it infuriated me because he brutally rejected Jilu multiple times before and also shamed him for falling in love with a guy. But he also couldn't stand Jilu sharing a laugh with his friend. Pinning him to the tree and breathing so heavily over him was seriously hot, but that's besides the point because he was scolding Chilu for flirting with another man only because he didn't want other people to know that Chilu likes men. I'm upset that he still couldn't accept the fact that he's jealous because he likes Chilu and gave such a lame and hurtful excuse to be angry on him. Do we really blame Juyong for being jealous of Yono and Doho? I mean, they were attached at the hip. Yono and Doho's dynamic was off from the start. They weren't just friendly, they had an intensity between them that was impossible to ignore. Not just for Juyong but for us viewers too. You know what? The director said in an interview that she didn't show it, but Doho and Yono had an intense physical relationship and Yono stayed over at Doho's place several times a week. In the series, it is implied and not shown directly. Imagine meeting your lover after 12 years and he seems to be closer to this guy you hated when you were a teenager. A former bully that Doho despised, but now they seem to share a secret that you don't know about. It's not just jealousy, it's a natural reaction to feeling like an outsider in your own relationship. Shiba Ryoma is the funniest jealous boyfriend ever because he was severely in denial about his feelings for Haruto. He spent so much time acting like he wasn't into Haruto, brushing off his own emotions only to completely lose it the moment he saw Haruto with a woman. Even though Haruto was just doing a task assigned to him by Ryoma, even though he knew Haruto had no feelings for this woman, but he still couldn't help but be intensely jealous over Haruto. He tries so hard to remain so indifferent when he saw Haruto in the evening, but he couldn't help but sulk and be cold towards Haruto, making it so obvious that he was jealous. It's so funny that the harder Ryoma tried to be indifferent towards Haruto, the more easy it was for Haruto to realize that Ryoma was completely and foolishly in love with him. Jealous Pun always makes me so mad. Pun had a whole girlfriend on the side, but he still didn't allow No to interact with Eun or Yuri. Not to mention the fact that he was so sad over his girlfriend breaking up with him, but still couldn't stand No being away from him or giving someone else attention. If the emotion of passive aggressiveness ever needed personification, Pun would be the perfect person to personify it. He'll straight up pout, glare, or find petty ways to insert himself between No and whoever was stealing his attention. But I cannot blame him because No was just too cute and generous and kind to everyone. He was the best friend anybody could ever have, and I think Pun later figured out that he should be honored to have No return his feelings instead of always taking him for granted. Haoren was seriously so petty when he was jealous over Chihiro meeting his ex-boyfriend. Pouring water over him when he was having a conversation with his ex was diabolical, but it also helped Chihiro come back to earth and realize that he was giving a second chance to the man who cruelly betrayed him and left him to be with a woman. Haoren had odd ways of showing his love and affection to Chihiro. He was always hot and cold because he suffered from extreme trauma and abandonment issues. But once he fully accepted Chihiro in his heart, he did everything he could to not hurt him. So which of these is your current favorite jealous boyfriend? You can only choose one. Comment below. Bye lovelies!